Hey everybody, happy Tuesday, March 31st. As you can see, I am on your screen. Hopefully you can see me down in your bottom left-hand corner. I'm in a hat and a t-shirt. One of the perks of having home-based learning is that I get to dress like you guys. Hopefully, I may not look professional, but hopefully I'm still being professional. Okay, so for today, your random Bellwork question, or your random question just for fun, is what do you think is the best combination? And you can give me a few because there's a lot of different types of combinations. There's combinations of food, there's combinations of activities, there's combinations of people in like movies like hero, superhero and sidekick, or in sports for another example. So I'll give you some of mine. One of my favorite combinations, cheese and tortillas. I love quesadillas. You don't need to add anything else to it, in my opinion. Just keep it simple and it's awesome. Another one of my combos that I like is from my favorite TV show, Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld, the main person in the show, and his friend, George Costanza. I think they're an awesome duo. And then in sports, my other favorite combo is John Stockton and Malone. You've got to represent Utah, and they were awesome. Okay, so let me know. Tell me. Pause the video here if you want to. Send me your responses. What do you think are the best combos? Because there's some really good ones out there. Excuse me. Okay, getting started. You can see that our due dates, we have one that is a long ways out. April 15th, that's quite a ways away. That's actually 2 weeks from tomorrow. And that's going to be the Wednesday after spring break. So if you look at a calendar, that is going to be 4 days of class. I did not want you guys to stress out over starting Access Chapter 1 because it's new. And so I wanted to give you guys an extra day than we usually have. So take your time on this. Don't stress out over it. Let's use this time wisely and make sure we understand Access before we try to run into our other chapters. And if you crush it and get it done quickly, which I bet most of you will because it's actually pretty simple, you can get caught up on other stuff too, which is nice. Okay, now one thing that I wanted to address with you guys is if you are feeling nervous about your grade in this class, which a lot of you have expressed that to me, you need to email me. Let's find a time where we can meet at the school so I can help you make a plan so you can be successful. Or let's just do it over the internet. Let's do a video conference. That's something we can do pretty simple, and that way we can kind of come up with a plan together so you can be successful in this class. Because I want to work with you. This is the craziest semester of my entire life. So I'm not going to expect you guys to, I'm planning for you guys to stumble along the way. Like that would be normal. So let me know how I can help and what we need to do so you can be successful with this class. If you don't reach out to me, I'm going to assume that you're fine. I have to assume that. I can't check in with every single one of my students because that's got over 200. That'd be crazy. So please speak up and let me know what I can do to help you. If you want help, let me know it. Don't fail just because you didn't try. Let me know, okay? I'm here for you and I want to help. All right. So our agenda for today, we're keeping it super simple. I don't want to overwhelm you guys because we're starting a new chapter and a new software, new program called Access. Chapter 1, it's the simulation training. I'm going to jump into that with you guys and help you out with it so you can kind of see what it's for and see what it's good at and kind of, just be here to help out a little bit. I'm going to try and keep this video short as well because long videos, I'd imagine you will lose your attention span and stop listening because I would too. Okay, so I went into Pearson and you're going to notice that there are no due dates on the calendar until you get to, if this will speed up maybe, until you get to May 20th, May of 2020, specifically the 22nd. That is the last day for all of our work from third term, fourth term, everything. That's the last day to get anything in. So I'm putting all the due dates on there because then I don't have to go back when you turn in something late. I don't have to go back and approve it, which is a pain for you and a pain for me. So you just have to pay attention to the emails that I send out telling you when the due dates are to know when we're beginning a new chapter and turning in and finishing a chapter so you can kind of keep up with our pace. So I apologize, that's a little bit different, but I do think it's there to help. either way. Okay, so I gotta scroll down to Access Chapter 1, the simulation training. Go, maybe. Oh, that's Excel. Okay, simulation training. Here we go. Today's supposed to be a really nice day, by the way. I hope you guys get your schoolwork done quick and go outside and do something fun. I know we're supposed to like be isolated and everything, but I mean, at least you can go outside. Like, just don't interact with people, but still go on a walk or something, or just sit outside, take in some sunlight. I mean, if you're like me, getting antsy from being inside so much. Like, it's the weekend is not as fun to me as the rest of the week, because at least the rest of the week I have something to do, and on the weekend I'm like, now what? Okay, let me see if I can move my little window thing so it's not blocking what you guys see. Okay, maybe I'll put it over here for now. I'll put it up here in the top. It's hopefully out of the way. Alrighty, so access. Oh darn it, I think it started me at the very beginning. Rats. Okay. 13. Dang, okay. Step 1, I already kind of did this and you guys won't see it, but step 1 will ask you to open up Access. You're going to see a little search bar down here like this where it says Ask Me Anything. Just type in Access and it'll open it, and it says to open the like specific file. I think you click on like Open Other Files and you hit Browse, and then you'll see it there. It's the only file that you can possibly open. Hopefully that helps, and if I said something wrong, hopefully you, through just kind of like searching a little bit, you can find it. But email me if you're stumped and let me know. And let's close that. It's the first, almost the first of the month. Gotta pay rent. Okay. The other thing I was gonna mention. Oh, it tells you to save it. That's the other step it tells you to do for step 1, is to save it. So you just go up to File, go to Save As, and then there's a little Save As button that you'll click on that's right around here. And then you just, I think there, it doesn't even tell you to go anywhere. You just change the name of the file. And that will get you to here, where I'm at right now. Okay. All right, so I wanted to highlight what is Access and what is it good at. So let's jump back to Excel and think about what was Excel good at. So we used a lot of numbers in Excel. We use numbers to show trends, to keep track of data. We then use that data to show tables and graphs and charts and spark lines and you name it. So Excel is really good at working with numbers. Access is good at working with information. And that might sound weird, but let me give you an example of what I mean. And I'm going to show you it on my phone actually. Okay, if you go to your contacts on your phone. So if you look at your contacts and you have all your names in here, this is a database. So this is, this is a database, sorry. And Access organizes information in what's called a database. I apologize if I didn't say that already. So in Access, you build databases. And if you think about the contacts on your phone, you can search up information in a variety of different ways. So I could type in the name Kyle, and anyone in my contact list that has the name Kyle is going to pop up. Or I can type in the number 801, and any phone number with those same 3 digits in it will pop up. So in the database, you can arrange information so you can search it in a variety of different ways, and then you can create what's called forms. You can see over here on the left, queries, and reports. And honestly, that's about it. So Access is pretty simple, which is cool. You only build tables, queries, forms, and reports. And you can see up here at the top, it looks similar to Excel, but there's technically 6 tabs. I mean, it's pretty simple, which is good. Hopefully you guys feel like it's simple too. That's what my former students told me, and I was really happy about that. Another example of a database to help out in case you need another example is Amazon. If you think about Amazon, you can go on there and type in hats, and it'll pull up hats, all kinds of different hats, and then you can search through those hats in a variety of different ways. You can search them up by color, by size, by price, by type, by vendor, you name it. And if you recognize that, pretty much every business today has some form of a database, especially all of the online businesses. I mean, Amazon, Google's a database, YouTube is a database. Apple has databases for their customers and their products. What's the other one, the driving one? Uber has a database for all of their drivers and all of their riders and everything. So if you go through this, you're like, dang, I'm actually pretty good at making databases and I kind of like it, you can get a job without too much trouble. You'd probably have to learn a little bit more, go one step further from this, but I mean, everybody needs it. So this is a good skill to be familiar with. I don't expect all of you to use it down the road, but at least you know what it is. And so in whatever job you're in later on, when you hear people talking about the database for your company or your business, you'll know what they're talking about. You can appreciate why it's so important. Okay, I'm gonna keep this kind of simple from here. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do the first step to show you something about Access that might be a little bit confusing, but just to try to help out. It says from the navigation pane, which is this thing here on the left, you're gonna double click the customers table to open it in datasheet view. Okay, so let's go up to customers, double click, and we can see this looks like Access. It looks like a giant table, and it has all of our customers' names, their titles, their addresses, their phone numbers, etc. And we have it in design view. So here up at the top left, we have a datasheet view and design view. So right now this is datasheet view, and what that means is we can edit this information. We could change these names and change all this information for our customers. And then design view, I believe, let's click on that. This has a different, I can't remember which one's which, I apologize, but this is just a different way with working with our information. I think this is where we would enter in the information in kind of a structured way, so we can see it's asking for the customer ID, the company name. So it's kind of like a fill in the blank. And then if you go back to, I don't know if it'll let me because this is the simulation. Yeah. If you were to go back to the datasheet view, that's where you see just the raw data, right? So it's just kind of like a giant table. But here is where it asks kind of like the specifics, so you can enter in different customers. You'll use that quite a bit. Another way to think of this is what the database manager would use, is the datasheet view, and this is what the customers would see, is the design view, right? This is where they would enter in their information. So I hope that helps. I'm going to end the video here. Send me emails, let me know how I can help. Hope you guys have an awesome Tuesday, and stay safe out there.